Let's paint Lumpy Space Princess. I'm going to start off with the So Fresh So Clean color from the NAILZ by Dev I'm Sprung collection. And then we'll go in with the Cosmic Cat Eye collection using the Celestial color, paint it about a third of the way, and then ombre it down about halfway. And then we will take our magnet and activate the glitters. When you have your glitters where you want it to be, then we'll flash cure this part. And then we will go in with the same process using the Beam Me Up color from the same collection. Fan it down about halfway, and then take your magnet and set those glitters as well, flash cure. Next, I'll take my ball pit matte top coat. I like to use matte for whenever I'm sketching out the first part of my design so that it's not too glossy and I can see what I'm doing. Next, I'm going to take my double trouble brush from ball pit, and then I start sketching out my initial design. This part doesn't have to be exactly perfect, and you don't have to worry about the weight of your lines because this is just the initial sketch, and we're going to cover it up later on with our colors. We just need to lay down the base shape. Lumpy Space Princess is made of lumps. She is the stuff of lumps. So you gotta make sure that she feels and looks pretty cloud-like, pretty round, pretty soft. Side note, do not come for me in these comments about how my nail looks red under my Lady Rainicorn nail, okay? I had hot Cheetos before this recording. That's on me. Leave me alone. Anywho, so we're gonna finish with this sketch. Once you feel like you're in a good place, flash cure, and then we'll go in with her arms. Both of her arms are kind of like skinny little spaghetti noodles, like squiggly lines. So just get a general even-sized squiggly line, and then go in with her hands. Just the rough shape of her hands. You don't need to get lost in the details of making her finger lines or anything like that. We'll cover it up with the line work later on at the end. So yeah, just make sure that at least her thumbs are nicely sized. And then you can worry about the rest of her hands later on. Next, we'll take our paint bucket brush from ball pit and then just lay down a layer of white. This will help the color that we do next pop. The purple color that I'm using is the NAILZ by Dev Spell on You from the Ice Lay Nails collection. Next, I use my Twice as Nice brush for her eyeballs. This will look like a sleep paralysis demon for a hot minute, so just ride the wave. Then we do her mouth, fill that in with the same detailer brush, and then take the beginner baddie brush for this painstakingly thin line that's right under her mouth. It took me a million times, but thank God for that blend and erase brush. Then we take that same detailer, Twice as Nice, for the lights or the shine of her eyes, if you will. Fill that in, and now she looks like she's more in awe versus trying to haunt you while you sleep. Next, we take our ball pit glossy top coat to create an even surface, and then we do our last stage, which is the line work. I completely forgot that I didn't record me doing her little star. It was off screen, because let me tell you, it's really freaking hard to make sure to stay in frame for this. This is very new to me, but you get the picture. Try your best to make sure that all the lines are relatively the same weight. Take